If you heard about the story, it was supposed to start out just about pie writing. At first, I was really like weirded out. I felt like, why is it centering only to me and Karina and Anthony? I felt awkward. I was like, this program can talk about all of us. But then when it began and we realized it was going to be about just us three, I felt like hopefully now I can, probably take this journey with other people and people can understand that the things I've gone through is colorless. This isn't a political poem, but broken sidewalks remind me of simple bodega dreams and
I want to shed my skin so that I could become a man, but this cocoon doesn't have any exit signs.
I live to connect, to love. I am a poet.
This class is called power writing. The most simple and basic way you empower yourselves is through self-awareness.
We need to hear your perceptions. Sometimes there are very terrible things that need to be said.
This is the first chapter.
To Be Heard is the story of 3 young kids from the Bronx who changed their lives through their own poetry. The hope is that this film will inspire other educators and young people themselves to do the work necessary to find their own voices, and educators to take on programs like this, develop their own versions of it. And we also have this transmedia project called Power Poetry, which is going to be a youth-run online and mobile poetry community for the world.
And what inspired the film?
Pearl did, and her 2 compatriots were in the film. We kind of followed their lead. We just wanted to tell their story, and they inspired us to make the film.
And Pearl, can you tell me what it felt like to see yourself when you actually watched the film?
It's nerve-wracking in the beginning, but I really fell in love with the fact that, they portrayed me in a great space and just really showed who I was. It was really good, and over time, you forget the camera's there, you fall in love with the story, and you yourself feel like you're going on a journey. Even though you're watching yourself, it's still different, especially being older. I don't have no special pictures. I ain't got no paint. I ain't got nothing on this. It's my bathroom. I got a tub. I ain't got no step-in shower. It ain't the size of somebody's apartment house. It's my sister's room, but father's in there, wrapped around the pink cover. He's embarrassing me. Come on.
I think if you watch To Be Heard, you're going to see a story that isn't, set in the Bronx, but that really can be set anywhere. And it's a story about people trying to struggle and triumph over their surroundings. And I think there are lessons in what Pearl's story and her 2 friends, Anthony and Karina, who are also in the film. There are lessons in their stories that we can all take home and all learn from, no matter where you are. Not even just in Philly or in DC or in the city, but people who live in the sticks. About how do you struggle against your surroundings? How do you make a life for yourself that you want to be happy and successful? And I think that's what our film's about.
Yeah, it's about an empowered literacy. If you are going to make it in this world, you have to master reading, writing, and public speaking. That's the basis of success. You know that. You're a newswoman. So if you can't do those things, you're just going to be holding this mic like a lamppost. So, and everyone needs control of language. And in our society, if you don't master those things, you're on a trip to some kind of a prison, whether it's a real prison, where in our country 70% of the people who are incarcerated in this country are functionally illiterate, or it's a prison of your own mind and your own making. And it's a shame, it's a disaster, and it's a crisis in our country that only 13% of the American adult population are considered proficient in literacy.
For me, the film is about not just me, Anthony, and Karina, but also this class, this family that really allowed us to be ourselves, gave us a voice, told that it was okay to feel what we felt, and that we weren't wrong for feeling abandoned and neglected and just hurt. And a lot of times, we come from families where no one's really speaking to each other, where there's no fathers, where, we have to raise ourselves and raise our siblings to know that in this class, we were this family. We raised each other. We had these amazing mentors, people that really loved us. To me, the film is showing that if you really wanted a group in a class like that, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take technical things. It doesn't take all of these rules. It just takes a safe space where you give a kid a chance to talk and to really feel real emotions and tell them that they don't feel they're not wrong for feeling what they feel, that they, that they are who they are, and you want to build them up and force them to have a voice. So that, to me, that's what To Be Heard's about, giving a kid a voice and knowing that it's not as difficult as it seems to have your own program like that.
My name is Roland Legiardi-Laura.
I'm Eddie Martinez.
I'm Pearl Quick.
And you're watching Reelblack. Thanks very much.